Hi everyone, it's Mr. Hoffman. Today we're going to be talking about time signatures. Time signatures is sort of the natural extension of what we ended up with last marking period with the beat blocks. And for 5C, I know you didn't have me last marking period, but this is actually a good enough concept for you to pick up right now without having seen some of the other stuff that we've done. But if you have any extra questions or if you're feeling super lost, come to office hours from 1 to 2 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, or 9 to 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday, and I can help you a little bit more, and I can explain what we're working with a little bit more. So we have three goals we have two things to get through. First is a little explanation of what time signatures are, and then I'll do a brief demonstration of your assignment. So let's tackle this first question here. What are time signatures? Well, time signatures are pairs of numbers at the beginning of a piece of written music that help you figure out what the meter is. That meter is how we organize the beats. The top number in that time signature tells us how many beats are in that measure. It might be the number that is written, or it might be a different number, but that is indicated by the bottom number, which determines which type of note gets that beat. For example, 4/4 is a really nice, easy example because both of the numbers mean exactly what you think they do. The top number, 4, tells us that there are 4 beats. The bottom number tells us which kind of note we count beats with. Usually, sometimes, like I said, it's complicated. But in this case, the 4 on the bottom means that it's a quarter note because 1/4 would be 1/4. Now, this isn't a fraction. It's important to note that. It's not a fraction, but it can be kind of similar to 1 in some instances. So that's why it's helpful to think about that. 4/4 means that there are 4 beats, and each of those beats is a quarter note. Now, I mentioned that that word measure. When I say that the top number tells us how many beats are in that measure. A measure, or a bar, helps us organize music. It's a way of grouping all of the beats together. So you can see down here at the bottom, we have a measure that is 4 beats long. We have that time signature at the beginning that helps us know that is 4 beats long. And you can see after that 4th beat, there's a bar line to help us separate it. And then the next measure begins. So that those first 4 beats belong to measure 1, and the next 4 beats belong to measure 2. How do I count rhythms? Well, here's the thing where I'm going to put my foot down and I'm going to say this is how it is. All right? Rhythm is not the same as beat. It is not the same. Rhythm does not equal beat. No. Now, they're related, but they are not the same. A rhythm is a pattern of short and long sounds. Ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, or do-do-day, do-day, do, are examples of rhythms. Now, beats, on the other hand, beats are units that we use to measure, count, and locate rhythms. It's something that we use to say, oh, this rhythm is 3 beats long, or while you're counting the rhythm, you might say 1, 2, 3, 4, or you might clap it and count it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just an example. Or you could locate it. That rhythm starts on the 3rd beat of measure 2, for example. Now, what does that look like in practice? Well, we're going to take a look at actual notation software. And I'll be back with you in a moment. I'm going to get it set up, and then I'll restart the recording. All right, everyone. Sorry about that. What I'm going to show you is how rhythm and beat are related, but not the same. On the bottom staff, you can see that I've written in the beat. I've even written in the numbers that count the beat. As you can see, our time signature is 4/4. which means that we have 4 quarter notes in each measure. Now, what I'm about to do is I'm about to notate the rhythm for a familiar song called Mary Had a Little Lamb. As I notate that rhythm, notice when I use quarter notes, which are 1 beat each, half notes, which are 2 beats each, and whole notes, which are 4 beats each. Notice how they line up with the beat, or sometimes they even take up more than 1 beat. Here we go. Half note, 2 beats. Half note, 2 beats. Made that a half note, but I accidentally typed a quarter note. And that last note is a whole note. So look at how this lines up, and look at how some notes, like for example, this half note, takes up 2 beats. See, it takes up both beats 3 and 4. Same with this half note. It takes up beats 3 and 4. Same here. Same here. And for this last note, the whole note, it takes up 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the way that I might count this rhythm, I'm just going to take a second to increase that distance there so that it doesn't overlap. So if I were to count these rhythms, I might go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, quarter notes. Each one is 1 beat. Good. 1, 2, 3. And I might think 4. Oh no. And I can go down and I can count each of these notes. Now I'm typing 3, 4, 34, really just 3, 4 to indicate for a half note because it's on beat 3 and it continues through beat 4, and I don't have a great way to write that on this program. But if I were on paper, I might write 3-4. So there you have it. That's how the rhythm is related to beat, but it's not the same. As you can see, sometimes the notes are 1 to a beat, and sometimes the notes are 1 to multiple beats. So what that can look like also on other places is, for example, on Chrome Music Lab. I have here on the same melody, or the start to this melody on Chrome Music Lab, and I have the beat in the percussion below, and I have the melody up here. So let's take a listen. As you can see, there are notes that start on each beat, except for these ones. We're going to have to imagine that this note extends all the way through because of the limitations of Chrome Music Lab. And then we just go from here. I mean, you could see how each of the notes in the rhythm or in the melody line up with the beats or overlap. So there you go. That's rhythm versus beat. And let's just take a quick look at our time signatures assignment. So you're going to have to zoom in real close for this one. And what you're going to do is you are going to type the answer to the question into the boxes. So this question, for example, is saying to write the count below the notes and then clap the rhythm while counting the beats out loud. So here's an example of what that would look like for number 1. Number 1 is done for you. Here's what it looks like. We have the counts written below the notes, and we have each beat written in, even if the note in the measure is longer than one beat. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The rhythm, however, is different. Here's what the rhythm and the count sound like together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you'll do is you'll write that count below the notes, put the correct number in each box, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then for 2 and for 3, you're going to actually record yourself clapping that rhythm. You're going to put those videos here on slide number 3, and then you're going to continue on to number 4 and number 5 back on that worksheet slide. And you're going to add in the bar lines. You can copy this one and put it in place. Or you can draw it in yourself using the line tool up here. And you're also going to write in the count below the notes. You're going to make sure that there are 4 beats in each measure. Now remember, half notes are worth 2 beats each, and whole notes are worth 4 beats each. And there's a reminder of that up here. So you'll do all 5 of these, and then do your videos for rhythm number 2 and rhythm number 3, and then you'll turn in this assignment on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, please come to office hours from 1 to 2 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or 9 to 9 a.m. on Wednesday, or you can add a comment or send me an email. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day, and have a great rest of your week. Bye.